Hi, James.
What's up?
Are we live?
We are.
I'll get closer to the microphone. I'll take a stab at professionalism. And the name of this could be the last one.
We're live on Facebook?
I don't know what we're
Should
doing.
be.
I'm not finding it.
Ooh,
Might
it's
be YouTube,
not there.
YouTube only for this one, maybe.
Are we YouTubing it?
I thought they were both on.
The tube of Youb?
I'm working on.
Wop, 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 wop. There's some things I want to change before the next podcast. I say we get an intern that can interact with the listeners in a real-time manner on like YouTube and Facebook.
Fair.
And then he can get one of his friends to come be an intern. And we can use that kid to like just edit video the whole time, like do camera angles or whatever nerds do.
Fair.
And then we can just battle about ranch.
We're gonna do a whole podcast on whether ranch is good or not.
No, it's just me versus you based on the stigma fight that you want a ranch beverage, alcohol beverage.
You know what? How about we do something more interesting? How about we do one where we get a guy in here to try to make a good ranch cocktail?
No, I have no interest. Actually, yeah, go ahead. Bring him in. I have so many fucking questions.
I would love, because I know some decent bartenders.
Sure.
I would love to have them come in and try to make one. We'll give him as much ranch as he needs, glasses, ice, liquor. Lord knows I got plenty of liquor. So just have at it, buddy.
You just really want to see someone try and do this so you can see if it's good or not?
I would love it. It would be
You're going to
game-changing.
subject some poor bartender that takes their craft legitimately seriously
Most of them love a challenge.
into trying to make a ranch side beverage. Because it can't be ranch based. If you're just pouring alcohol in ranch,
Oh, of
that's
course not.
both alcoholic and super American.
Well, you have to choose the right type of alcohol so you don't curdle all the cream and shit that's in the ranch. But I also imagine that like shelf stable ranch probably doesn't have any of those things in it. It is just a bunch of emulsifiers and some flavoring ingredients, and that's it. Because otherwise, it couldn't sit on a shelf warm until you open it. Like, it has to be shelf stable.
You can use the fact that this food is not real and now even grosser to try and convince me that this will be a better beverage.
This is going to be awesome.
And all you're convincing me is that you're a sick and twisted individual, James. I'm concerned for your well-being.
I mean, like, Bailey's has cream in it. It's got to work.
James, I am the fattest person you hang out with on a regular basis, and I know that that is the unhealthiest thing you've ever said. I weighed over 600 pounds, James. I got the nutsack to prove it. You cannot convince me that a ranch liquor combination is good.
I maybe it could be. You have to. You won't
I
know
don't
until
have to.
Well, you
nothing.
also
That
don't
is
really like
fucking
ranch,
gross. I do not like ranch.
so that makes it even more fun to have whomever it is try to make something that even you're just like, you know what, not fucking bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Like I'm
I'm
not.
not going to
I'm
drink it. When's the last time you saw me drink anything, James?
Well, then we need
Because I
somebody.
can tell you the exact moment. You want to know the last time I had an alcoholic beverage, James? It was in this room, and it was something about your poppy or something.
Oh yeah.
What was it?
The Pappy.
Yeah,
Van
with
Winkle
some number
23.
behind on it, like a 20-something, right?
23. Yeah, Pappy 23.
That is the last time I consumed alcohol.
But see, the thing is, you need to take one tiny. It's not even like taking a shot. It's like sip it. Is that good?
No,
The
I
first-
don't need to because you're not going to convince me that ranch is good in any form. You're not going to convince me that alcohol is good in any form. You're not going to magically be able to mix the two and convince me that it's awesome.
I'm not.
It's like all of a
hold
sudden
on,
someone
hold
being
on.
like, "Oh, you know what problem with guacamole is?
Hold on.
You've never had it with maple syrup." What the fuck is wrong with you?
Fuck off. I'm not expecting the most that I'm ever going to expect out of this like kind of experiment with you is for you to go, that's not terrible. Like that's I think
No,
as much as I might be able
That
to
whole
move the needle.
concept is so gross that I couldn't get an erection right now.
You wouldn't drink a ranch flavored energy drink?
No. What? Oh God, no. Why? Why would you do that?
Maybe that exists. Maybe we can play to Bears like
God, I hope not.
Is there a ketchup one? Because I'm actually genuinely interested in that.
I bet Japan has one. I've seen some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Is there a ranch fucking energy drink, James?
Ranch.
No. You know why? Because caffeine doesn't mix well with eggs and mayonnaise.
So, this psychopath, I'm wondering, it might just be a. Yeah, it's not. There. To this point, I've found exactly one ranch flavored drink that exists.
Oh, that gross semen looking water?
Yeah, the Lester's something.
Lester's Flavor Country Deluxe or some crazy shit like
Lester
that?
Molester's juice. Is that what it is?
It looks like it.
Yes.
It was not carbonated, but it was milky.
Ugh,
But it was clear.
It looks like coconut water.
Oh, I see. Oh, man.
I kind of want. I'm gonna get some. I think
You
I
are
can.
fucking disgusting.
I think I can get it on Amazon.
I don't think you need that at all. I think you're just trying to spend money to be fucking weird. Like, you gonna actually drink it, or are you just gonna put it next to my flat Earth beer?
So this this guy makes. These are the 6 beers that would come in this sampler set.
Oh Christ!
Sweet corn soda,
Oh, fucking
pumpkin pie soda,
No,
buffalo wing sauce original,
no,
peanut butter and jelly soda,
maybe,
and bacon soda.
no.
I might even have a bottle of this bacon soda
You
in
do.
this house. Somebody gave me one
It's in the it's in the fridge. Yes. Yeah.
down here.
Yeah.
It's got to be like 3 years old at this point.
yeah.
That's got to be the grossest thing ever. Remember when they were infusing vodka with everything? This chick was like, "We should go to this thing and you can get bacon infused vodka." I'm
Oh yeah,
like,
Polish
What? How fucking fat do you think I am?
Polish restaurants do that a lot. Kinga's does it. Red Square does it. Every Polish restaurant I've been to in Colorado and
Yeah.
maybe elsewhere has like their own infused vodkas.
No, and I get that, but I'd already given up drinking, and she thought this was her in to get me into going to an alcohol event, is because they infuse the vodka with bacon. That is not enough to get my attention. Like, I wasn't even necessarily worried about infusing my penis with her vagina at that point.
The bottom fell out of the market on that one. It tanked.
Birthday cake.
I've had that before. That got me laid once. That was so.
Birthday cake soda.
No vodka.
No, this is birthday cake soda.
No. I did like 3 or 4 shots of this like half black, half Italian chick, and then went upstairs and just fucked for a long time. It was great. Good
Grass soda.
What?
Dirt soda.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
Pickle flavored soda.
That might not be that bad.
What?
Some pickle flavored beers are actually pretty good.
I like pickle flavored shit. Yeah, I'm like whenever I
That
buy.
is like the weirdest novelty flavor.
It's the only sunflower seeds that I'll fuck with on a regular basis is pickled. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pickle flavored, yeah.
I get it, man. People love it. My daughter used to just eat giant pickles.
There exists the Flaming Moe energy drink.
Oh, for the love of God.
I've seen it, but I have not tried it.
Does it have cop syrup in it like the original one did?
It does not.
I'm actually reading product not intended for children.
In that episode, he basically was serving syrup.
It was lean.
He was lean. He's serving lean.
Yeah, man. He's serving lean all day.
Yeah, Aerosmith was drinking the lean. He's making syrup. You know, he's making fucking. That wasn't
Because that was
beer.
the secret ingredient, was codeine cough syrup.
Yeah. So he's making lean. Oh shit! Mo was
Yeah,
ahead
man.
of his,
Mo's a pimp.
Mo's ahead of his time.
I want to see Mo do an episode with 3-6 Mafia.
When Mandy K called
James,
me,
have you ever had lean?
No.
Would you ever do lean?
You'd have to explain what lean is.
It's promethylene codeine cough syrup mixed with Sprite. Sometimes Jolly Ranchers.
I mean, I can get down with that.
I want to try it. I've never had it. I want to try
I've
it.
had codeine cough syrup. It fucks you up.
Oh, it does.
No, but I want lean specifically. Like
Oh.
it's a culture thing. It's huge in the South, man. It's where chopped and screwed music came from. You guys remember Mike Jones?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Jones.
God's-
Mike Jones.
What? God's gift to Earth.
He got sued over giving that phone number out on that CD. Because, like, when he gave up that phone number, so he's like, I got to get a new number.
Yeah.
And so they gave him a new number, and they tried to give that number to someone else. And, like, they had to just eventually disconnect and write off that number. I still know it.
Is it-
281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on the low because Mike Jones about to blow.
Is that bigger than 8675309?
I feel that it's comparable.
Giant gummy pickle, 4.5 ounces, which is just over a quarter pound, made with sour dill pickle flavoring.
I couldn't eat a gummy bear like that. That's gross.
Just bite into a handful of.
Oh.
Bob, Bob Ross positive energy drink.
Yes. I'm down with that. What's up? Tell me it's got a picture of his face on the can.
It certainly does.
Fuck yes. How much is that?
It is not. This listing isn't deliverable. Right now they're charging $39 for it, but let's see what else.
How many cans?
12 pack.
I mean,
We could do a single pack, which is in stock for $7
For one can?
for one can.
I feel like a dozen of them for 30 is a much better deal. Have you guys seen the Chuck Norris bottled water yet?
no.
Dude, I'm trying to remember which chain of gas stations it is. I believe it is either a Maverick
Okay.
or a Murphy's. And they're popping up out in the burbs. I don't know if they've hit the downtown
I think I went to
area
one
yet.
before. I think I went to a Murphy's. It was off of when Leedsdale turns into. Is that Parker?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was around there.
Yeah, down near Ilith.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is one over there. I stop at those because the gas is generally cheaper.
It is called Sea Force.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris Premium Artisan Water.
I tried some. It tastes like water.
Okay. Do you have like I love like Life Water and vitamin water. Like,
I fucks with the yellow vitamin water, like the energy one.
but I'm talking like regular, just water.
I drink a lot of water, but it's mostly Arrowhead.
Okay.
I just like the way it tastes.
I'm more of a I like the fucking Life Water stuff. I like that one.
Yeah,
better.
no, and I like
Core's
the
good.
pH balance one or whatever. Like,
Core Water's good, even. You know.
but those are normally like more substantially more expensive than like 2 Arrowheads.
Yeah, they're not cheap. I buy them by the
And
six-pack.
dude, I crush a grip of beverages at work because it's just hot. I don't have air conditioning in my truck.
Oof.
So here's the tagline.
Yeah.
There's two. I'll go with it. It's called a force of nature, pure, powerful, perfect. There's no other way to describe water that erupts from the ground with such clarity and smoothness from a sustainable source deep underneath Chuck Norris's Lone Wolf Ranch. We add nothing and take nothing away. It is 23,000-year-old Ice Age water. Sea Force doesn't flow from the ground. It bursts from an artisan aquifer with the same unharnessed power and intensity you would expect from Chuck Norris's Roadhouse kick.
It's brilliant. People love Walker Texas Ranger.
Roadhouse.
Isn't he on something new recently?
He might be,
Yeah,
but
I mean-
people love Walker Texas Ranger.
You're not wrong.
There is I'm not a fan of the guy, but
Pull up Chuck. Just Google Chuck Norris and see what it pulls up for, like the top show or whatever.
there's actually there's a political ad, right? It's with Mike Huckabee. Remember him?
Nope.
All right, James, you know him?
Sorry, what?
Mike Huckabee. He used to be the governor of like Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm
Republican
familiar with
guy?
who he is.
Well, he was running for president one year, and he did an ad, and it was him and Chuck Norris.
Nice.
Chuck Norris is basically saying like, "Hey, you should vote for him. He's a good guy." Blah 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 blah. And then the next frame is Mike Huckabee, and he's telling those Chuck Norris jokes, and they're going back and forth and back and forth. It was kind of like stupid funny, like not like you're learning shit from it funny. It was just,
No, I get it.
Yeah, it was kind of. I thought it was hilarious because it's just. I don't know. I like seeing politicians that got like a sense of humor. Like it makes me like you more, even if I think your policies are shit.
Did you go to IMDb? What do you want?
Yeah, it's
So
probably
you scroll back to the top, and what's it show for the first like column picture?
known for, well, so he's got a lot of stuff more recently, so.
I mean, good for him. I'd have really honestly bet
But
it was
says
Walker Texas Ranger.
It says known for Walker Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
Then the Expendables, then Enter the Dragon, or the
because it's based on what people search the most. If
Way of the
people
Dragon,
constantly
sorry.
search Walker Texas Ranger, that is going to be the most prominent thing on his IMDb page.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been on TNA Impact Wrestling.
I believe it.
But he does like a lot of appearances, it looks
Sure.
like now.
as himself.
And voices, yes.
Yes.
And now he slings water at gas stations across the country.
Which is funny because did you have Prime, Bear?
I have access.
Did you watch Clarkson's Farm?
I did finally.
So it kind
That
of
was heartbreaking.
why?
All the shit he went through, and he only cleared like $150 fucking dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
That is crushing. And I get there were bad choices made. He did not need a Lamborghini tractor. It's just Jeremy
didn't-
Clarkson being Jeremy
That,
Clarkson,
that didn't fit into the barn.
right? But like legitimately, I'd say by like halfway through that series, he was honest to God trying. He was giving it absolute hell.
Yeah, he was.
He
For
wasn't
sure.
fucking around. He was hiring professionals when he didn't know what he was doing. You know what I mean? Like he really tried to run that fucking farm.
I give it. Yeah, and
Made $100 profit in an entire year.
yeah.
Fuck farming. Like I get that it needs to happen, but like
As
that
a-
is crazy.
as an occupation, like I think he also like kind of spread himself through too thin. Like immediately he's like, well, I need 70 sheep.
Yeah.
And now I clearly need this like trout river. And then it's like you're doing so much. He did a lot of random.
Yeah.
Like he could have just sown a lot more of the fields and like
You're stuck to one thing or another, and not just try to do everything.
right.
Yeah, but the whole thing was the way the weather was, he couldn't really count on any kind of fucking field crops like that. Like he technically didn't make much of shit from his crops.
Where was his farm?
And he had and it was-
Wherever in England.
he bought a so he bought 1,000-acre farm in this town in England. They kind of cover this, but I don't know if you recall, like maybe the first season of Grand Tour, he had just bought that fucking place, and he had built a new residence elsewhere on the property.
Yeah.
And so they ended the season with Hammond and May blowing up his house, and you think like, oh, that's just TV.
Yeah.
One of the interviews
They
that they
really demolished his house.
one of the parts they do is because he had to get a variance from the town voters to do something he wanted to do. I forget. And they went around and asked people in the town on camera, like, why would you vote no on this? And he's like, he came around and blew up his fucking house. And, like, it is like, you never know what's going to happen over there. Like,
Yeah, and all he was trying to do was open up like a little storefront on his farm where he could sell like his eggs and shit from all his chickens and crap.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we don't like you. Wow. And then he had to like win them over. Dude, it's a ridiculous, like, I watched the whole thing in like a Saturday. I started bright and early in the
It's so
morning when
good,
no one
though.
else was awake and plowed through like all 8 episodes straight through, basically.
And Caleb is like I immediately followed Caleb on Instagram because I was like, this is a fascinating individual. He's like 21 and knows more about farming than like tons of people well over his age. Like he just got it.
He's a machine for it, but that's like all he knows.
Wow.
Farming and weird haircuts.
I love that the car he bought at the end.
Oh yeah. After an entire year of farming and getting paid by Jeremy Clarkson or whatever, he went and bought himself like the most clapped out 350Z. He's like, oh yeah, this is my dream car. I've wanted one of these since I was a lad. It was like, oh sweet Christ, son. That's a hoopty. Like it was gray, but it was like 2 shades of gray.
Oh shit.
And it looked from a distance like a carbon fiber hood, but then when they kind of got close up on it, you could tell that it had just been spray painted black. Like, I felt so bad for that. He was so excited, too.
Clarkson just didn't have the like he poked a couple holes in it, but he really didn't.
He just left it
drop
alone.
He didn't
He
drop
just
the
left
hammer.
it alone, man.
'cause
He let him enjoy his thing.
He's like, so this is your dream car, and he's like, you get that like take where he just like looks at the camera and just goes, "Wow, so tell me about it."
Jeremy Clarkson knows it's like just a rowdy little shit box.
Right.
He does have that quick, like, oh no. Anyway, he has that quick, that like,
He's got excellent comedic timing.
yes, he's very good at that.
Dude, I would straight up pay money to see like a Jeremy Clarkson spoken word thing.
Right.
This is why I actually do like the guy a lot, and it's not just because of shows and stuff. I do like his shows. I guess he got into a fight with a fellow BBC dude or some
That's how
shit.
Yeah,
they
that's how they got fired from Top Gear, is because he punched one of his producers in the face.
Well, he was he fought a dude though, right? It might have been him, but I'm not sure. But he got his ass beat. He did get beat up in this one.
Who, Clarkson?
Clarkson did.
I believe that.
But
He's old, man.
But Clarkson actually, when talking about it, talks about it as if like, yeah, I picked a fight with the dude and he beat me up. It was not a smart move.
Yeah.
But like he said it, he told the story in a very like funny way, to where like he owned up to the fact that yeah, this was fucking dumb. I should not have ever
Yeah.
fought this dude. It might have been like another BBC dude, like another BBC actor or some other.
And it could have been. I'm sure he's had more than one fight, but that's what got him. That's why that's what got them fired from Top Gear. Was Jeremy Clarkson punched one of the producers,
Yeah.
and then they fired him, and then Hammond and May were like, "All right, cool, we're done, thanks."
Yeah. He's in that same camp, and I don't mean this politically, by the way. I mean just on how they talk. He's like in that same camp as like Tucker Carlson, where like if you went out to like dinner with him or you went up to drink or whatever like that, and you start shooting the shit with him, you know, if he like started saying snarky shit, you just couldn't contain yourself to not want to like jump the fucking table and punch him in the face. He has that like where he can touch that nerve. Not like, you know, he's not a dick or nothing, but it just the way he talks, the way he like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like can twist people the wrong way.
I see what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I'd take that more of a challenge than like get upset by it.
Oh yeah, but like
Like it'd
most-
quickly just
yeah.
become like one-upsmanship,
Yeah.
just to see how close I could get to competing with Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah. But like but I like I mean honestly I like both of them, but but I do like Clarkson. Clarkson's awesome. He's fucking funny. I watched all those Grand Tours. Those fucking, you know, and it's I like the one where they go to was it Namibia on the east or the west coast of Africa, where like they're trying to like race the fucking ocean or some shit. Like it's a really weird terrain out there. Where like
They've done some.
yeah.
I don't know if I remember that one. Or they were trying to find the original source of water in the world. Or
That
some
was a
shit.
Top Gear episode.
Was it?
Yeah. That was like one of the last Top Gear specials they did.
There's the Madagascar one where they dug a hole in the middle of a soccer field and then left because it was like no. Remember that
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
The Madagascar episode was fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
Because they start off that little island off the coast of Madagascar, who has the most expensive road in the world built. It's fucking. You've seen this, right?
I don't know that I have. I don't think I've watched all of.
Grand Tour.
Yeah.
So the Madagascar special is actually one of the more recent ones. Is one of the better ones.
What were they driving? I don't know if I've seen it based on that.
Well, Clarkson's driving an Aston Martin that he. Is it an Aston Martin or is it a Range Rover? It's usually one of the two.
I can't remember.
Fucking one of them puts like tank treads on.
Oh, like
the
on a
car.
Ford Focus or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of dirt roads and like crazy trenches and shit. Like, I've seen that one. Because
And Hammond's car actually breaks down and they don't fix it. It's like the first time that's ever happened.
yeah, because Clarkson's driving a lifted Bentley.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
It's a two-door Bentley, like a Continental GT or something. Because he later gets it on his farm.
Oh, really?
In one of the last 3 episodes, it like shows up. He's like, I was reunited with a friend, and now it is my farm emergency response vehicle. And it's basically just a montage of him flying from the chicken coop to the little store
Yeah.
in the fucking Bentley, just tearing across fields. He's like, it was good in this country, and it's amazing here. And he's just grinning from ear to ear. This fucking ridiculous 4x4 Bentley, tearing across fields.
They would do some goofy shit with those cars.
And then I can't remember what May drove. I feel like it was ridiculous.
Wasn't it like some sort of caged car? Like it was just a cage? Or something?
Yeah, it was like a Caterham A7 or something stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they started on this like amazing road, so they all bought great driving cars, like you know, and so it was like that's why Hammond
he
has
started
the
in that.
Aston. I think it was
No, it's not Aston. Hammond was in a Ford Focus RS or a Ford Fiesta ST, one of them turbo Fords.
Yep.
And at one point, he converts it over to that weird like tank tread setup, and it keeps fucking braking on the front passenger side.
Yep.
Like I've seen that even recently.
But that's like the beginning of that episode is when they're in this like French-owned island off the coast, and they have this road that they built off the coast so that because they had so many rock slides and shit in the ocean, they built this thing that's something called, I forget, it was like something like $220 million per mile or like $2.5 million per foot. It was some stupid number where you're like, what? How is that even a thing?
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, and it was like elevated too. It was like at least shit, a couple hundred feet up in the air. But it was like about, I don't know, about 50 feet off the coast, and it would just circle around.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe I just missed the beginning of that episode. Like, I just remember him fucking him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.
I'm looking. I'll find
Yeah.
it.
So what are you looking forward to the most about comedy once you've left the Denver scene?
Lack of drama. That's gonna be nice. Hopefully, if they don't have that much drama, I don't think they do.
I don't feel like that scene's big enough to have that much drama.
Yeah. I don't know, just getting to do new stuff. I mean, just to be able to like kind of get in front of new people. You know what I mean? It's funny when like you walk. This happened to me on the second night I did my couple mics. I walk into this fucking open mic, right? And no one knows me. I'm not really. I mean, I'm trying to be friendly and introduce myself, but it's mostly people who actually want to talk to me. I'm not just walking up to strangers like hello, hello, you know. And then they think they mispronounce my name every fucking time because they just think I'm fucking some new guy. And then I went up there and I fucking crushed, like blew the bitch up.
Yeah.
And like the promoter, the host of the show actually wanted to put me on a fucking show. So, but it was just funny to like watch that reaction. Cause I don't know, maybe it's just not, I just don't.
I don't get it in Denver very often.
Yeah.
Because people are aware of what I can do here. They just choose to ignore it. It's weird.
Yeah, I know.
I
feel you.
But I have received that reaction like in the Springs and in Fort Collins.
Yeah.
And then when you get like farther out, like definitely I've felt it even more so in like Pueblo or Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Like,
But like the fact,
I feel like the farther you get from home, the better it is.
Yeah.
Or whatever your scene is.
Yeah,
So you can go walk into to you a brand new scene
yeah.
at whatever size it's in and just swing that hammer.
Yeah. I know that it's like one of those things now where like most people like want to like just kind of like do their own thing, and I get that, and I actually applaud that. I like to be able to. I like to work in a system. Weirdly enough, I'm better that way for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just in all aspects of life. By the way, it's not just comedy.
Sure.
But so it seems like it's a good opportunity for me to get in front of some people and actually do the things that I probably can accomplish out there versus here. Here is just, I just don't see it happening. There's a few reasons. One, this scene changes like every 2 years, a year and a half. Just, it's like working at a fucking restaurant.
Yeah, the
like,
turnover is insane.
If the turnover is insane.
That's why I don't bother to make friends anymore.
Yeah. And I've been swept into the undertow of that like 7 years ago. Like the first 2 years I was here, I was on all those big shows. I was working with all these big guys, like locally big, nothing crazy. Like I did a shitload of Sam Talent shows.
Sure.
Sam Talent shows. Like I was like opening up for, like I worked with Ben Roy at least 3, 4, maybe 5 times. Shit like that. And then that all dried up for reasons that I don't know why. I have my speculations, but whatever. Also, I got sick, so like apparently, like it's one of those things where some people like were still friends, but it's like almost got forgotten about because I was out of it for like 6 months because I was going through my shit, and then I tried jumping back in, and it was like it's like I was a nobody again here.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what
that's gross.
And I had a legit reason for not going out. Like I'm jacked up on fucking prednisone. I'm taking fucking like immune suppressants, followed by fucking antibiotics all the time. So and all this other fucking crazy shit. I'm going to the doctor every fucking like third day to get something either pulled out of me or put into me. You know, so I didn't have time to like really kind of go to like the Lion's Lair on a fucking Monday night because I'm like, hey, am I gonna die? And then I come back and like there's like a whole new crop of people. Don't know any of them.
Sure,
they're nice and shit, but like and plus they were doing comedy not the way I would do it, as far as like how they would run it, like. don't say this, don't say that, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? That kind of bullshit that's actually prevalent now, very prevalent nowadays. And I just kind of got swept in, like into the background, and I got stuck with, like, I shouldn't say stuck with, but I got put in that same group as, like, your Dick Blacks and shit who've been here forever. Like, people know you, but, like, they just kind of, like, you're like a toy that they kind of use whenever they, you know, you're the Christmas plates of comedy. You're in the fucking cabinet for, like, 11 months and fucking 30 days a fucking year, but you're like, hey, we really need a guy right now. Let's pull him out. You know, that's what it was like. And then every time their cycled through, I would keep on getting pushed back. And then, like, I would do these shows, and, like, that's why I was doing all suburb shit. Not suburb, but, like, out of Denver shit. Because I just got fucking tired of it. Because there's a thing that really is a huge turnoff for me as a person, and I don't like it, but it's really prevalent here, is, like, I'm not a huge fan of the attitude of, like, I'm too cool for the room, you know, or, like, we're the hip one. You know what I'm saying? That kind of, like, bullshit. And, like, also, like, gatekeeping.
I have a theory on this
Yeah.
when you're done.
And also, like, the gatekeeping by, like, some of these people, and so many mediocre motherfuckers are, like, in your way. You know, people that you know in your heart, you would bet your fucking rent if you did if you each did 10-minute sets, on your worst day, you crush that motherfucker. But they don't care because you don't play the game. You don't get along to get along. And I fucking hate that term. And I've heard comics say that, like, hey, man, you got to be friendly. You got to be cool. And fuck that shit. What are you, soft? Where you can't have conversation? Where you have to have every conversation where you fucking agree with everybody? How fucking weak are you, man? The fuck out of here. I'd rather have people I don't agree with than fucking people that are like, yeah, boss. Like, I don't fuck that shit. And that's what a lot of these motherfuckers are, man. And I hate being like this, but goddamn it, dude. So many motherfuckers just suck ass here. And not just like I suck ass. I didn't mean to like suck ass like they're bad. They kiss ass. They kiss. They're sycophantic as fuck.
I mean, a lot of them fucking suck too.
Yeah, they suck. But there's good. This is a Denver trait in general. Denver's as a city. There's a lot of great people there. I've met some amazing people. Like the best people I've ever met in my life. A majority of them are from here. Honest to God. All right. But some of the worst motherfuckers I've ever met in my fucking life are also here too. And the problem is whenever you're like, that guy sucks, the good people go, hey man, it's Colorado, man, be chill, bruh. Be chill, bruh. Like, no, this dude is a fucking problem and he's terrible. How sad is it in Denver comedy that I'm the DMX of Denver comedy? I'm the only one talking real shit. And whenever
The only one.
I wouldn't say the only one, but I'm not. I'm just saying. But like, but the fact that like, well, the only one that they'll still fuck with. Look how fat.
Fair. I don't get fucked with.
Armstrong doesn't get fucked with for some fucking weird reason, and it's not like he got worse at comedy. It's just they were like, you're not the kind of black guy we want here, so we're gonna go with other things. We're just gonna make you look like you're crazy, and we're just not gonna book you anymore. That's what
It worked for Martin Lawrence. It'll work for you.
Yeah, but like it's weird how like they, and to the point where like I don't want to be involved in this. I don't want to be involved in this fucking scene anymore. That's why for the past 2 years I've been going out of the city. That's why I've been going to. That's why I've been going to Boulder. That's why I've been going to Fort Collins. That's why I go to fucking Longmont. That's why I have more fun at a fucking distillery in Longmont on a fucking Thursday, when there's fucking literally like 10 people in the audience, if I'm lucky. I have more fun there than I would at Comedy Works on a fucking Tuesday where I'm doing 3 minutes. How fucked up is that, though? That shouldn't be like that. But that's how it is. Dude, and it's fucking sad because there's a lot of great people in this fucking scene. There really are. But there's so many just fucking mediocre fucking people here. And they're just fucking in the way. And they're making rules, and they're going behind people's backs, and they're doing like backstabby, slit-throaty shit. And nobody says shit. Nobody calls a spade in this fucking city. Nobody does. Laura Thompson has no fucking business being any goddamn show in this fucking city whatsoever because of what she did to fucking Tim Coleman. None. And nobody wants to fucking point out that 800-pound gorilla in the room. Nobody does. So I'm good. I'm over it. I'll just go somewhere else. Fuck this. You guys can have this shit. Good.
I'll explain why if you're at all interested.
Go ahead. not like-
so the problem with one of the biggest problems with the Denver metro area is that it's just primarily unchecked white people. It is.
You're not wrong.
There's 3 crazy things about Denver. Did you know that Denver has the highest saturation of juggalos of any city in the country?
I
The
Denver?
Denver metro area
Of
has more
juggalo-
juggalos than Detroit, where ICP is from.
Damn.
You want to know why? Because there's so many disenfranchised white youth here.
Yeah.
And having just a bunch of disenfranchised white people in the same city, that's what breeds that I'm too cool for the room attitude.
Yeah.
Is because you somehow have to set yourself apart from all the other white people in this fucking city. And it's gross.
Yeah.
I fully understand all of your anger. I love you. I hope you find peace.
Oh, I will. I just but I'll give you a prime example of what I'm talking about, right? All the rides that I've ever gone with to shows where it's like me and like 3 comics in a car, right? Not all, well, not with you. This doesn't include you as far as like that kind of like
Sure.
situation. Most times, what it is like it's just you and the 3 of the comics, not you, me. I mean, by you I mean me. It's like you and like 3 of the comics, and all you do is like basically kvetching about shit, right? You're just kvetching about this fucking comic or that comic or this room or blah blah blah, and I'm guilty of it too. But here's the thing: is like I did a show in January of 2020. I'm talking just before the pandemic really kicked off, right? With Sam Mike, Boston. I knew him from Boston. He's like a friend of a friend, basically. Like I know
Sure.
Sam, but I don't know Sam.
Gotcha.
But he knows people that I really know. So it's like we're cool by proxy. And it was this other kid named Curtis Cook. He's from L.A. and I think he's also from New York. And we're driving up to Foco, right? And I picked Sam up. We're driving there. About an hour ride. The whole time we talked about comedy. We didn't talk about who's bad or who's good or who's a creep or who's this and that. We literally just talked the art of it. And I used to do that shit all the time back in the Northeast.
Sure.
That's all we talked about because it was like this is supposed to be fun. This isn't supposed to be a fucking.
And what it is
Yeah.
is that's my biggest argument against Denver comedy as
Yeah.
a concept, is that Denver comedy is not about being funny.
Yeah.
It's not about excelling the craft. It's not about being a better comic and producing out better comedy. It's about being loyal to whatever that circle is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And some people are really good at it.
Yeah.
And some people are really bad at it, but they're really good at being loyal to that. It's almost like Denver comedy, like half of it is just people trying to exist.
Yeah.
And half of it is like the dumbest religious cult to ever exist.
I saw a meme on Facebook a few nights ago, and it was a shitty meme, and it's been fucking everywhere lately. And it's basically they're making the argument of the vaccine argument, like getting a vaccine. Like, imagine if seatbelts laws were introduced today, and it's all these straw man arguments that are similar to like, I'm not getting the vaccine, like that kind of style of argument. And all these fucking shitty comics are sharing it, being like, "Oh, it's spot on, man! Fucking stupid, fucking anti-vax," you know. And I just write back like, "I love how you guys are like fucking anti-police, but whenever you want someone to do something that you want them to do, you will gladly use force, won't you? Because this is what with a seatbelt law, which seatbelts should be worn if you're smart. They'll help. If you get in a crash, there's a very good chance you'll be better off." In a vast majority of cases, with one than without one. But to have the government be able to see you not wearing one, even though you're in no danger, pull you over, get into your life basically, and take money out of your fucking pocket because you're not wearing a seatbelt? Fuck you with that bullshit. Like, dude, no, fuck off. Like, I mean, come on.
It's a bigger issue than that, even.
Well, that's that's what the meme was about. So I'm trying to stay on the topic of it.
So when Nader, and it was Ralph Nader that was like the I don't know, champion of seatbelt laws.
Yeah.
He was the Hitler of automobile call culture, is what he was.
It took him years to get anybody to even consider it, and then like when seatbelts first got in, he said it should be like a strap up here, and they were like, "Yeah, fine, you get a belt. You said seat belt, not seat harness. Shut the fuck up."
But-
And then it was when safety became having a safe car.
Yeah.
Became like the thing that people wanted.
Which is fine. Then build that then. Build that, sell that, people will buy it. Do not make a law to where the police now have to get involved in my fucking life because I'm doing something that's only going to cause me harm and that's it.
Fair.
All right? That's the point I'm making, right?
But you can't be trusted to make those decisions on your own. I have to make those decisions for you because you're not smart enough to do it. Now get this vaccine or else I could get a disease that I'm already vaccinated from.
Yeah. By the way, if you don't open up your umbrella, I get wet. I just wanted to you got to just do that. Open up your umbrella, please. But no, but like I write that out, right? Basically being like, dude, blah, blah, blah. That's my thing to it. No one really responds. One younger comic, though, DM'd me. It was like, yo, man, that's fucking wild. Like, you're like pro freedom and shit, man. That's awesome. Like, I feel you. Like, I feel like I'm on an island. I can't talk about this shit with nobody. Like, man, I am fucking like on your side all the way. And I'm just like, all right, dude. Like, I thought he said he liked the post at first, and I thought he was being like sarcastic.
I like how you kind of made him sound like Dennis Hopper in Falling Down.
Just like you, man. but it's just weird to me that it's got to come to you like it's a speakeasy password. Like, hey, man, like, I feel
Because that kid doesn't want to be persecuted in the world that he is brand new to, seeing that
And
everyone is going against him.
I want to hate him for it, but I can't because I get it. I get why he's doing it because he just got here. He doesn't want to fucking alien himself like right away. And it sucks. That's the problem though. That shouldn't be an issue. That should not. You having an opinion about something that is fucking vanilla as that shit should not be a reason to not get booked on a show.
But that's all it takes in this scene, and that's what I was saying about this scene isn't run about whether or not you're good at comedy. It's run about whether or not you believe in whatever culture they're promoting.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. And I didn't want to be a part of it no more. That was actually one of the kickers about getting the fuck out of here. Because I didn't want to be a part of it. And also, like, they're oddly kind of racist, too. They really are. As a group, they are. And I have receipts to prove this shit. This is just me talking crap. Like, the shit that they've done. Yeah, I've said the N-word a handful of times. Big fucking deal. Big fucking deal. But how about this one? We have a comic in this town. She's a female, right? She goes home with another comic. Or no, she basically gets kind of like coerced into going back to this guy's house, right? In a weird, like, I'll get you home to my house and I'll get you an Uber to yours. And then he never gets the Uber. He's basically trapping her, right? Gets her in the house, basically like drags his dick on her. And she's like, no. And nothing happens. But he does drag his dick on her while they're in bed. She's like, oh, I don't know if I should really. It's kind of fucked up. He's a big guy here. I don't want to talk about it. And then she waits about a month or two. And then she talks to like their like kind of higher up personal friends. And they sweep it under the rug. They send him to rehab. He apologizes. And no one talks about it ever again. 2 months later, exactly the same situation happens. But this time with the fucking black guy. Guess what happens? They run his fucking ass out of town, like on a social media rail. Nothing but shit talking. How this guy's a piece of shit, and blah blah blah. And then you hear like later on, like it's basically the same thing that happened to him, or not even that bad at all. He might have just made a move on her, like try to kiss her or some shit, and that's a huge maybe. He didn't drag his dick on her like the other fucking guy did, but that guy's the bad guy. White girl, white comic, accuses black comic of giving her AIDS. Runs him out of town. Guess what? Not fucking true. No one talks about that either. And everyone liked the black guy here. And you all know who the fuck I'm talking about. When I start seeing this shit start happening, I'm like, you guys can have this shit. You guys, and all your virtue, shove it up your ass. Because it's bogus. It is fucking bogus. And you just want to get the attention off of you, and you'll fucking look at him or me or any other fucking comic in town that's a little rough around the edges, and you'll fucking make him like the evildoer. Like you'll make him the fucking let's get him.
The villain.
The villain, basically. And it just sucks. It's just the problem with this is like that happens, but here's the problem with this is that over time they're gonna realize that the lake is dried up. Ben Roy is not walking through that fucking door again as a brand new comic. He ain't.
Right.
Sam Talon's not walking through that fucking door again as a brand new comic. Ain't happening. William Montgomery's here for less than a year and he fucking bounced. Now he's opening up for Rogan and no one talks about him because he has unfavorable opinions about what's his name? the fucking Tony Hinchcliffe because of his whole situation, which is also bullshit, by the way, with the whole he did a whole Asian bit, yeah, whatever. But here, everyone's like, he's the devil. He could never work here again, dude. He's like, killing it right now with him. But because you guys have virtue, yeah, virtue, yeah. So I'm fucking over it, man. I'm done. I saw all this shit, and then when they also instituted that you needed vaccination cards to even go in the Comedy Works and perform and be a guest, all right, bro, fuck off, I guess. Goodbye. Like you could do that. I'm a libertarian in that respect, but like, really? And it's not done as like, hey, we're trying to be safe here. It's like, hey, my cape is out and the wind is in my face. I just want you to tell everyone that, yeah, we're looking for vax cards because we're virtuous and we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing. It's in that tone.
I don't. Well, it might be, and maybe a lot of places are like that. But I feel like
I'm saying that place in particular.
But like places having just come from the first gathering of any kind at the Denver Convention Center.
Yeah.
Since March of last year.
Yeah.
I was there for the first one. And it was, I don't give a fuck if you're vaxxed or not, you're wearing a fucking mask.
That's fine.
That was the attitude they chose. Now, transmission is unlikely there because remember they retrofitted the whole building to be a hospital, so it's basically that sterile within the, people's space. And so, but if you want vax cards, maybe that's just to attract like venues that want out of state talent. Any of these small venues we previously mentioned, Ogden, Fillmore, Mission Ballroom now.
Yeah.
It's like
even Cervantes.
But it's
I
like
had to sell my Method Man Redman tickets.
Really?
No vax card.
And that's like
that's weird, man. That's a black club, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's like one of those things that like maybe if I say this, I might get some talent.
Oh.
Like they might come here instead of canceling.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
mean,
venues want that money too.
Even Busta Rhymes is fucking like fuck this shit. Like he went on a whole thing about it. No, but like the point that I'm trying to make, it's just I tried really hard to like not leave this place bitter. As far as I did,
Get it out.
and I
a
just
few more minutes.
I know,
Dude,
right?
get it all out now. That way you can go start fresh without it still
That's true.
weighing on you.
You've been pretty blunt to this point.
Yeah, but like,
Take the next couple minutes
what
and
the?
go for it.
I mean, dude, we had to get the law involved with one of the posts from about Armstrong. Remember that? Mm-hmm. He was like, dude, yeah,
The law?
the law. There was
A post on what?
he
Facebook?
no,
or?
no, Facebook. It was in a secret. This is how fucking fucked up these
Oh,
fucking
this
comics
is that
are.
secret.
Secret
Fuckity fuck.
this like secret female group that they
Yeah.
got and all this shit like that.
Yep.
When in reality, fucking women run this comedy town. They fucking do. I'm just. It's a fact. It's like water's wet, sky's fucking blue. Women run this fucking town. They do. A woman runs the fucking improv. A woman owns the fucking Comedy Works. Like two of your biggest comedy groups in this fucking city, women. Women are huge draws in this town. Like if you don't have a chick on your show and you're a producer, like you're in deep shit. Like they don't like you'll get like fucking DMs from people like you need to put a woman on your fucking show, like that kind of bullshit.
Yeah, unless you don't have a Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. Where was I going with this?
He was on a secret women's Facebook.
Oh yeah, that. Okay, so
Are we good to talk about this? Or?
yeah, because yes, we are because
Okay.
they sent them a cease and desist, and they basically just burned the whole group down, and had to publicize all of it, but yet also delete all of it. So
what?
no one's really getting. So here's what happened. She writes down something like he said something very misogynistic, like she can get it or something like that. Some random
Yeah.
They post that in there. About 2 months later, Armstrong fucking has a friend show him this because he has no access to this group.
Right.
And he's like, "What in the fuck, man? I never said that." And Armstrong doesn't talk like that, you know.
Oh, I think he's talked a little bit vaguely about
Yeah,
it
yeah.
on this.
So then he went out and he talked to his lawyer, like a friend or something, a manager person, and got a cease and desist and had it like delivered to her via subpoena style. Like, are you this person? Here you go. And then sent her a cease and desist. And we got the law involved. That's what it was. But but this is like what these fucking morons are dealing with. Like, they don't understand. Like, they're gonna go too far and get the shit suit out of them, and
Yeah.
deservedly so, because fuck them. But like, this is the kind of horse shit. Like, I thought Boston was gonna be tough,
Fair.
and it is tough, but it's like a well-earned tough. Like, you got to work hard, you got to hit mics, you got to make jokes, blah blah blah. That this shit, this peripheral crap, whatever. As long as you're not like literally like slurring, putting out fucking hate speech, like legit hate speech, out into the fucking world through your comedy, you're gonna be fine. No matter. Like Nick DiPaolo came from Boston.
Yeah, seriously.
Exactly. So like they respect your ability to do it. You might have weird views, but they'll let you fucking do your thing. Here it's like you could like, dude, Steve McGrew's a perfect example. Motherfucker's got a Comedy Works fucking thing on his resume. Comedy Works presents. Half these motherfuckers in this scene can't even afford Comedy Central, let alone be on the fucking thing. And they made this dude out to be like some sort of like hillbilly fucking Confederate flag waving fucking Nazi, all because he's like kind of right wing, kinda. Like, you know what I mean? Like Kevin Bennett's another one. Like, I know a comic in this town who commented on a post that he made and got DMs from like 3 or 4 top level fucking Denver comedians telling her to erase that post because it makes you look bad. What the fuck are we doing here? Really? Like, you're gonna fucking demote someone because they're just talking to a guy now that you don't. What the fuck is this, high school? Seriously? Like, I'm a grown fucking man, I'm 40 fucking years old. I graduated from high school in 1999, motherfucker. I don't want to relive that shit again. You out of your fucking mind, dude? I got a car payment. I don't need this shit. You out of your fuck you with that bullshit. And it just, you carry this energy to all these mics, and I just don't feel like I have the ability to not shake that shit off of me without fucking grabbing a microphone and just yelling with my veins popping and pointing at people being like, fuck, like how Cuban B quit the fucking hamburger place. Fuck you, you're cool, fuck you, I'm out. And I don't want to do that because that's just not productive. It might feel good, but it's not productive. But yet, that's in me. Like, I want to do that so fucking bad. But it's not going to do me any good now. I'm leaving. It's kind of bullshit, honestly. It's kind of a bitch move. You know, it's like saying fuck you and then running out the fucking door.
It's not off-brand, though. It's not like you've been holding this back for fucking years. You've said most of this stuff before.
Yeah, and to other comics, and they just look at me like they know I'm right, and they agree with me most of the time, but they'll never back me in public.
Yeah.
You know, which is whatever. I get it. You know, but like, I think me going to where I'm going, because it's relatively small. I don't know. I don't really know anything. This scene could be great, or it could be complete shit. I have fucking no idea. I'll be honest with you. I went to 2 open mics. You know, I mean. Oh, yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah. Opie and Anthony.
Anything else you want to say?
Oh no! I mean,
Get out because
yeah.
we're at our time.
Oh, we are okay. But I don't know. But and it's, on the same hand, like with all this bitter and just annoyance, I don't want to say it's hate, but it's just annoyance and just fucking just like, why the fuck am I dealing with this bullshit? On that hand, I have this, but on the other hand, like I never would have got any of these opportunities back home. There's no fucking way. I would have never been able to do 20 minutes many times a year in Boston. There's no fucking way. I'd have been struggling for like 10-minute spots once a month, maybe. This and that. Like, even when you get on the big shows, it's like you're doing 7 minutes. You're doing that. You know what I'm saying? If you ever got on the road, you'd have to like take your 7-minute set with your other 7-minute set and make a fucking weird fucking comedy burger or some shit. But out here, I was able to stretch my legs, you know? And then out here, I was able to like really do some cool shit that I would have not been able to do anywhere else. And for me to like make the bad sour the good is not a good move, because it kind of makes me feel like I got to be able to separate the two. I can't let them blend into each other. So I got to like figure a way to like keep the good shit in mind and try and let the bad shit just flake off.
I know that James wants to cut, and this is going to drive him crazy, but I need
Yeah.
you to do this real quick for me.
Yeah.
Tell me 5 awesome things that only could have happened here in comedy.
Can Olympics. That was rad.
That
Am I
was
gonna lie?
rad. I'm glad
Can-
I could help make
yeah,
a part of that be
Can
in
Olymp-
your existence.
Being able to do a theater here. That's that's another one.
Grand Junction, right?
Well, I did it multiple. I did Grand Junction. I did Oriental twice.
Okay.
Yeah, so doing shit like that was fucking rad. That's 2. Getting to meet really famous comics. That was fucking cool. That was really rad. Getting to work with people from out of town on a low level. Like as far as like someone coming in and you're like talking like about, oh, you're from Chicago or you're from this, and you can like shoot the shit and fucking compare notes. You don't really get that a lot in Boston or New Hampshire. Like,
Gotcha.
you know. So that's what's that? 3? 4.
4.
4. One more.
One more. The fact that I could. What's another one? I want to make this a good one. Let's see here. The other one is that I got to do.
What are you sending pitching signals?
People. What? People. Okay.
Just trying to help you.
Oh no! I mean,
James wants you to remember that you made friends.
Oh well, yeah. This is comedy stuff. I thought real life stuff.
Said
Yeah.
the 5 best things about Denver.
I thought he meant Denver comedy.
I specifically did mean Denver comedy.
Yeah, yeah.
You just said
Jumping in
Denver.
conclusions because you're not a comic.
Yeah. No,
Like, I want to be part of this.
having the ability, even though I kind of hated it at the time, it kind of drove me nuts because I feel like I didn't have any backing from the ownership of the place and all that stuff. But running that mic was kind of fun. Yeah, I got to see some really just. I got to bring up a fucking 10-year-old, and he fucking destroyed. It was Corelli's kid.
Yeah.
Like I gave John Corelli's kid his first comedy experience. Like I gave a lot of people like their first ability to do this shit, and it was kind of neat to see that. Like I really liked doing it. I just wish it was a better environment as far as like the support I had and all that stuff from like the company, not from my friends. My friends were great through it. They came to a lot of them, but they didn't really fucking like back me up on it. So, but I don't want to make this a bitter thing now. But like it was really fun to be able to every Wednesday night go out there and be like, all right, who wants to do this? And just letting people just do their shit. I mean, unless you went super long, like this rant right now that I'm doing, then I would let you. But like, I would let you just go until you were done. And then once you were done, then you're done. But that was really cool. That was a really cool thing to do. That's 5, right?
It's close enough for me, brother.
Okay.
I love you.
Hell yeah.
Any final words?
Why are you playing exit music? Like, Hamill gets to have the entire last episode to himself, and I don't even get to have an opinion?
We're done, man. We're way over. And
It's
this
the
is
last episode, James. Who cares if we go 20 minutes over?
because I'm done. And that's
You
the
can go somewhere.
That's the sad Hulk walking away music.
I love you, Hamill.
Thanks.